A love beyond wealth. In a bustling city of towering buildings and grand estates, there lived a man named Baba. From the outside, Baba seemed to have it all: wealth, status, and everything money could buy. He was the heir to a great fortune, his family's name known in every corner of the city. Yet, despite the luxury surrounding him, Baba's life felt empty. People came to him because of his money, his name, his power, but never for who he truly was. Baba longed for something different, something real. He had grown weary of people's intentions being clouded by his wealth. He wanted to be loved for himself, not for the bank accounts or the title that came with his name. He dreamed of meeting someone who would see past the golden exterior and love him as a person. Not as a prince in a gilded cage. One day, during a visit to a local market, Baba noticed a young woman standing near a small stall. She was different from the others. While many women in the city wore the finest clothes, Angel wore a simple dress, faded from time and wear. Her hair was pulled back in a loose bun, and there was a quiet dignity about her that caught Baba's attention. She wasn't concerned with appearances. She was too busy helping the stall owner pack up goods and chatting with the vendors, laughing with a warmth that made everything around her seem brighter. Baba was immediately struck by her. There was something about Angel's spirit, something genuine, that made him feel seen, for the first time in his life. He wanted to talk to her, but not as the wealthy heir he was. He didn't want her to know his name or his fortune. So, he made a decision. The next day, Baba returned to the market, disguised as a simple man, dressed in plain clothes, with a false name. He introduced himself as Baba, though he left out the family connection, and claimed to be an artist with little means. He was just another face in the crowd, hoping for a chance to connect with someone who wouldn't care about his wealth. Angel, not recognizing him, accepted him for who he was. Just another humble soul trying to make his way in the world. They struck up a conversation, and over time, they began to meet regularly. Baba, now pretending to be a man of humble means, felt a closeness with Angel that he had never experienced before. She was kind-hearted, compassionate, and completely uninterested in the material world around them. To her, Baba was just Baba, a man with dreams, with struggles, with a heart to share. Days turned into weeks, and Baba's feelings for Angel grew deeper. He admired her strength, her selflessness, and her ability to see beyond the surface. But as his love for her blossomed, so did the weight of his lie. He was terrified. What if she found out who he really was? Would she still love him? Would she hate him for hiding his true self? The turning point came one evening, when Angel invited Baba to a simple dinner at her modest home. The night was filled with laughter and warmth, and as they sat together, Baba realized that he could no longer hide the truth from her. He had fallen in love with her, not the person he pretended to be, but the real him. And he knew she deserved to know the truth. With a heavy heart, Baba took a deep breath and told Angel everything, how he was not just a poor artist, but the heir to a vast fortune. He explained that he had hidden his true identity out of fear, fearing that she would only love him for his wealth. He feared losing her, the one person who had made him feel seen and loved for the first time in his life. Angel looked at him quietly, her eyes soft and thoughtful. Then, after a long pause, she smiled. "I already knew," she said gently. "It didn't matter to me, Baba. I loved you for who you are, not what you have. You were always kind, honest, and true, and that's all I've ever wanted." Baba's heart swelled with relief and joy. In that moment, all his fears melted away. The love he had been searching for had been right in front of him all along, not because of his money or his title, but because of the connection they shared. From that day on, Baba and Angel built a life together, one filled with love and mutual respect. Baba no longer needed to hide behind false pretenses. He knew that Angel loved him for his heart, and that was enough. Together, they created a world where love was the true treasure, one that no amount of money could ever replace.